Hello everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 and welcome to another edition of the Jazz Albums Review Series. And today, once again, I am going to be taking a look at another 2021 release, this time a trio recording which has just come out from three of the most celebrated, decorated and respected musicians, and they are bassist Dave Holland, guitarist Kevin Eubanks and drummer Obed Calvaire. And between the three of these musicians, they have seen it all, done it all, and played with just about everyone. Dave Holland, of course, is one of the most legendary bass players of all time, and quite possibly the finest bassist to ever come out of London. And he has played with just about everybody you can imagine, from Miles Davis to Chick Corea to Pat Metheny to John Scofield to Michael Brecker to John Abercrombie. You name it, Dave Holland has seen it all and done it all, and is one of the most decorated band leaders of all time, and he currently leads his own band called the Dave Holland Big Band, and he has also been a member of the Azziza Quartet and the Prism Quartet. Kevin Eubanks, of course, is one of the most respected guitarists, and he was part of the Tonight Show with Jay Leno from 1995 to 2010, and he has also collaborated with other musicians such as Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, James Williams, Kirk Lightsley, Oliver Lake, Billy Hart, Mike Gibbs, his brother Robin Eubanks, Greg Osby, Gary Thomas, Steve Coleman, Ralph Moore, Jean-Luc Ponty, Diane Reeves, Terry Lynn Carrington, Carmen Lundy, Orrin Evans, and many more. And Obed Calvaire has played with musicians such as Wynton Marsalis, Seal, Dave Holland, David Foster, Mary J. Blige, Kurt Rosenwinkel, the Yellow Jackets, Joshua Redman, Liz Wright, and he has also played with the Village Vanguard Orchestra and the Clayton Brothers, the Mingus Big Band, Roy Hargrove Big Band, and the Bob Mintzer Big Band. So these three musicians got together and released a brand new trio recording, and this is called Another Land. Now, this is credited as a Dave Holland album, but this is very much a supergroup / power trio in its own right, and everybody gets equal input, and it's a true band effort. So even though it's a Dave Holland band album, this is very much a true team effort. And quite frankly, all due respect to Dave Holland's catalogue, this is some of his best bass playing that I've heard him deliver in quite some time. I mean, not saying that Dave Holland doesn't play well with other musicians, but for me, Dave Holland is at his absolute best playing in a trio. And if you don't believe me, check out Pat Metheny Question and Answer. It's just fantastic. And Kevin Eubanks, of course, he excels in every setting that he's put in. And here, once again, he does the job very, very well. And Obed Calvaire, although not as well known as Kevin Eubanks and Dave Holland, he just really cooks on all cylinders and delivers some of his best drum work on this album, and he matches up well with these two all-time greats. So this is Another Land, which has just come out in 2021, and one of the strong contenders for Album of the Year, and everybody just rocks. So let's have a quick look. There we are. And another rare treat is we get to hear Dave Holland play electric bass, which is something you don't really see him do often. The only other time Dave Holland has ever played electric bass was in Jack DeJohnette's Parallel Realities project with Pat Metheny and Herbie Hancock live, and he played electric bass. And he's a great electric bass player, but for me, acoustic bass playing is where it's really at for Dave Holland. But he's no slouch on the electric bass, but as I said, his place is at the acoustic bass, which for me is where he's at his best. So there you have it, there are the guys. Outstanding recording, one of the strong albums of 2021. So most of the compositions are composed by Dave Holland. Kevin Eubanks composes about 4 tracks and Obed Calvaire composes 1 track. So it's very much a band effort, as you'd expect. So we've got tracks like Grave Walker, the title track Another Land, Gentle Warrior, 2020, Quiet Fire, Mashup, Passing Time, The Village, Bring It Back Home. Excellent recording, and as I mentioned, one of the strong albums of 2021, and one of the surprise albums as well. Wasn't really expecting an album like this from Dave Holland. It's just fantastic, and some of his best bass playing. So the standout tracks for me are Gravewalker, the title track Another Land, 2020, Quiet Fire, Mashup, The Village, Bring It Back Home. But no bad song here. And as you'd expect from three guys of this caliber, nothing but the absolute best. I've listened to this several times now, and it just gets better and better with every listen. And as I mentioned, everybody just really brings it, and it's a true band effort. So there you have it. Dave Holland, Kevin Eubanks, Obed Calvaire, Another Land. A true power trio album and one of the strong contenders for album of 2021. So I'm going to wrap this up now. What's your favourite track on Another Land? Is it Gravewalker, the title track Another Land, Gentle Warrior 2020, Quiet Fire, Mashup, Passing Time, The Village, or Bring It Back Home? There's no right or wrong answer. We all have our favourite songs. You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Jazz Albums Review Series. So until next time, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, thanks for listening.